having the best time of my life. Hi. Me and my 3 other roommates share the studio space to work on our artwork. One of my studio mates is an oil painter, another's a printmaker, and another is a graphic designer. And right now I'm mainly working on acrylic. I have a little section over there where I'm painting. I think for now I'm gonna leave my paintings as a surprise until our final show at the end of the semester, which is actually kind of in the middle of the semester. I'm not sure why they planned it like that, but we are having a little show. So I'm gonna show my paintings when that happens. This studio is so beautiful. There's windows all around here. The sun doesn't set until like 8:30, 9 p.m. here. I just got some new candles today for our living room and also some for my room. We only had like one really short dying out one, so I got like 5 more. Also because when I'm back home, I like to shower by candlelight, so I wanted to bring that back for here. Now that I'm a little bit more settled in, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of my day-to-day routine as an art student here in Hamburg. Right now, most of what I'm doing is independent study. I have to present something for our final show, and that is what I'm working on right now. I think I'm gonna present at the end like maybe 4 paintings. I made 1 big one that's already done, and right now I'm working on 2 smaller ones. So in this video, I'm going to show you a little bit of my errands that I run, some of my study time, not as much commentary, maybe a little bit more silent moments with music. If you're new to this channel, I love... Yeah, there's also so many birds singing all the time, and I love it. If you're new to this channel, I love stationery, I love cute things. A lot of my videos are about doing a monthly setup where I collage in my journal, and I love that. But I'm also a fine arts major. And what I'm doing right now is that I'm on an exchange for my spring semester, which takes place in the summer in Germany. So join me today as a little video in the life of an art student. Wow, this light is like really pretty.
Just before they went out to the sea,
Guys, I can finally reveal the reason why I'm wearing my jeans. So apart from just lectures, I finally got into a jewelry workshop. Since we're working in a pretty safe, conscious environment with fire, we were instructed to wear 100% cotton and hard-toe shoes, so I opted for my work jeans and obviously my talks. When figuring out what I wanted to make, my teacher and I had a meeting, and she ended up really liking my washi tape because I showed her some of my work. I always have some in my pencil case, so she put some on her amazing shelf of decor, and I am honored. She is a collector just like me. I have been wanting to make a signet ring for ages, and I already had the design planned. So I started off with this blue block of wax that I then slowly carved away at. I've been obsessed with miniatures most of my life. I've made miniatures, but even this level of tiny detail was pretty hard for me to do with a blade. But I'm still very happy with how it came out. I also made a ring of my Sphinx and then a flat little carving of the same design, inspired by Milagro charms, which I'm obsessed with. If you look closely, you can see that I have one on my earring. Let's go to the library. While I'm here, I want to gather as much inspiration for my thesis exhibition as possible, so I gather a bunch of books, some on artists that I do know and some that I don't know. And I make thumbnails of the pieces that I love in my sketchbook. I study the colors and the composition to see what I like. Here I'm studying Hilma af Klint, which is one of my favorite painters. She's a Swedish woman who was inspired to paint by her seances. And there's so many tiny details in her paintings and just amazing color palettes that I wanted to study that and write it in my sketchbook. And here's a page I did on Lenora Carrington. I also love books on folk art, antiques, biology, mineralogy. That's why one of my big goals while being abroad is to visit as many museums as I can and draw everything that inspires me in there. The paintings that I'm working on right now are inspired by everything I've been learning about in these past few weeks and will be part of my thesis. But I also want to paint as much as possible so that even when those are done, I'll have new ideas and new motivation to continue painting and drawing. Now join me in running some errands. Today I have to go to the art store and get some groceries. The goal for today is to go get a tiny paintbrush. Ya conseguí mis pinceles y ocupo calabacita, berenjena y un pescadito para hacerme algo de cenar. Y luego ya a la casa a pintar. You may have noticed in my room in the past few videos, I've had this giant roll of canvas. I finally cut it in half and started divvying it up. I already have a painting planned for this piece, but here's my setup. I've been really into doing this like big high pony, which I am now able to do just because of the undercut. Today is a museum day. I have not been to a single museum in my past 2 weeks here, so I really want to go to one today. Maybe a little cafe. I recently discovered tubing mascara, and as someone who hates removing mascara, it's one of my favorite things ever. Something that I've noticed going to school here is that everyone is having an exhibition at all the time. There's always exhibitions going on. There's so many, even like during the week, it's not just Fridays. I have never been to as many art galleries as I have while being here. And one of my favorite nights was a sort of feast night where I volunteered to help make some dumplings, and this artist made these amazing savory edible cakes that I was obsessed with. You're gonna see later in this video, I actually ended up drawing them. That's how beautiful I thought they were, and they tasted so good. I ended up having like 2 slices of each one. My friends didn't like it. I was obsessed. They were delicious. Next, I decided to visit one of my most anticipated places, the Mineralogy Museum. Dice que estos colores los escogieron desde los 80s. This museum was absolutely stunning. All of these rocks, they were just pieces of artwork in their own. I felt so inspired. I know for sure I have 2 paintings in mind right now that I would like to make that are inspired by some of these pieces. No mames, mira, parece pelo. Estoy en mi mero mole. I was so overjoyed to see this mini Minecraft exhibit in the Mineralogy Museum. I had no idea about this. I don't know if you guys know, but I love Minecraft, and literally in my first day here in Hamburg, I got 2 free tickets to see the Minecraft movie. So seeing this little display made me so happy. having the best time of my life. I love bringing my sketchbook to the museum, so obviously I had to sit down and sketch some of the minerals in front of me. And this is how the page from that visit came out. Overall, had a blast, 10 out of 10, love this museum. My friends and I went on this amazing walk, basically just going to a bunch of different parks and exploring the playgrounds there, because for some reason the playgrounds in Europe are amazing. Also, I got this really good strawberry pistachio cupcake. When I sat down to read, these two geese came so close to me. They were very cute. I've been so inspired being surrounded by all of the beautiful tulips and flowers at the park that I finally got myself a fresh bouquet. And now I have these fresh, beautiful pink tulips by my window again. While I've been here, I've been exploring as many different cafes as I could, and I try not to stay at just one. So I try to visit a new one each week. I'll bring either a book I'm reading, my journal, or my sketchbook, and I'll sit down for an hour or two just sipping and eating at a pastry. It's usually chill sitting down times like this that I take out my sketchbook and I start coloring in all of the blue and white drawings that I made. Also, check out this tiny bee that landed on me. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you made it to the end, leave a comment that says, tulips are my favorite. Thank you so much for watching. I love reading and replying to all the comments. Since I'm not working on Masatoro shop stuff right now, I really enjoy taking time to make videos and show you guys a little bit of what I'm up to in my day-to-day life. Art and animation takes a while, so this is something that I can still do to entertain you guys. And I enjoy it too. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. All right, the beautiful golden sunlight is gone. I'll see you in the next video.